And in Colombia, analysts continue to express their concern regarding the end of a unilateral ceasefire declared by the FARC guerrilla last year. For more, we go to Natalia Margarita.
In 2011, when Colombian peace negotiations were not yet a reality, an average of 179 military actions between the army and the FARC rebels were taking place every month, as according to NGO Peace and Reconciliation. Now this number fell sharply during the unilateral ceasefire that the FARC implemented for 5 months, in which just 91 military clashes took place, an equivalent to 18 per month, compared to the 179 in 2011.
The intensity of the conflict decreased in 90%. The data also shows that 602 lives of both guerrillas and security forces members were spared, and also some 14,000 forced displacements were prevented as a result of the unilateral ceasefire. Therefore, the gains were evident.
The intensification of the conflict comes in a moment when a relative relief was being felt in the rural regions, not just as a result of a 90% reduction of the FARC's operations in the last 5 months, but also due to previous truces implemented by the rebels in 2014.
There were 156 days of ceasefire in 2014, which meant a 40% reduction on the FARC military actions, and that also meant many lives spared, many displaced persons prevented, as well as the beginning of the de-escalation of the conflict.
In the wake of the suspension of the FARC's unilateral truce and the escalation of government airstrikes, rural leaders are clamoring more than ever for a bilateral ceasefire as they refuse to accept more victims in their territories.
The bombardments are back, so are the mortars that the army launches, regardless of where they land. That is what always happens. It's a very critical situation. We can just hope that this doesn't escalate any further, and that we don't have any more victims, nor from the army, neither from the guerrillas, even less from the civil society.
As the situation seems desperate in the war zones of Colombia, peace advocates keep on mobilizing, demanding from the government to agree on a bilateral ceasefire as the very only way to push forward the peace negotiations underway in Havana. Natalia Margarita, Telesur, Bogotá.